Chevy is in a position to match the strong initial demand for it.
Back in 1970, Chevrolet introduced their first personal luxury car, the Monte Carlo, sharing much of its design with the Pontiac Grand Prix. The Monte Carlo wasn't initially intended to be a sports car.
The Monte Carlo, the beast from Chevrolet.
Its creation late in the muscle car.
Oh my God, you have such a sexy voice. I bet you're good looking. You're probably tall and your man parts are huge, right? yeah. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Era gave its rear-drive V8 little time to earn much street cred before the gas prices choked much of its performance potential. However, its size and
this is an unscheduled event. There's no link in the description, but it's my old car. It's easy to find. Talking about the Monte Carlo. I mean, hey, it's Inglorious Basterds. It's man talk. We're talking cars and V8s and shit and gas and oil. Oil. Get to the chopper. Put the oil in the chopper. Do it now.
the shape also made it a perfect fit for NASCAR.
If this gets any more exciting, they're going to have to throw me out of the...
After excuse me. This man is going to slam the Lumina, and I think that's a really bad idea. But let's go through this conjugal visit with some Chevrolet guys. Oh, well, I think I could fuck that tailpipe.
95, but only with a front drive V6.
Excuse me, well, my name's not MGTOW Outlaw. You might consider that. I went in.
And despite a significant attempt at rebranding as a sports car by the year 2000, low sales finally killed it for good in 2007.
Right.
This is the story of the Chevrolet Monte Carlo.
The Monte.
This is my old car.
Want to be like the Earnhardt?
Okay. Okay, Johnny, what do we have? If you haven't seen the movie The Jerk with Steve Martin, the guy's a fucking absolute genius. Steve Martin, amazing. No matter what he's in, it's usually pretty good. He's had a couple of, But I remember it was speaking of cars, I think it was 1980, 78 or 9, maybe, where Steve Martin had Let's Get Small. We used to listen to it on a record player. It was a comedy show put on vinyl. Oh, my God. And what was his King Tut was his other thing. And Wild of the Crazy Guys. Oh, that's what we have here on this show. Wild of the Crazy Guys.
I can fix those shots.
Yeah. With over 4.4 million sold over a 37-year period,
and
Monte Carlo was one of Chevy's.
Excuse me. This is a redhead moment alert. Redhead moment. I believe it was Bernadette Peters who was in The Jerk with Steve Martin. Oh, my God. She was hasty looking.
Chevy's best-selling cars in its history. Despite these...
Speaking of other redheads, Barbara Ann, happy birthday. In case you're here once in a while, we do have a female that shows up. Hello, Barb. Happy birthday. Her birthday was February 1st. And I think Bernadette Peters was it Bernadette Peters and Clint Eastwood in Pink Cadillac? I think we went to see that movie. It was almost like a date. Oh, my God.
Big sales numbers and its strong connection to NASCAR. The Monte Carlo.
And Barbara Ann is a ginger. So, you can see the cosmic implications of the whole thing if you think about the space warping of the time with the rice cakes and raisins and Stephen Hawking. Excuse me, Hamster. Have you been drinking this morning? I've only had one. It's going to get crazy up in here.
Was an ever-decreasing market for big coupes, which led Chevy to try rebranding it as a Lumina Coupe in 1990.
Now, excuse me. Don't be slamming that Lumina.
Lumina, Ford Coupe.
Only to realize the error of their ways and rename it back to Monte Carlo in 1995. Its original existence was to give Chevy a decent competitor to the Ford Thunderbird. And the Monte Carlo would eventually outlast its chief rival, or at least the big two-door coupe T-Bird. In the late 60s, the Chevelle was the affordable muscle car for Chevy. And the
affordable? Yeah. Like for adults and shit. I was like 5 years old.
Camaro joined in 1967 as Chevy's pony car. But what Chevy didn't have was a personal luxury coupe.
My buddy, Gern Blenston. Yeah, I had a 67. And we blew the transmission out of it because the engine was way too powerful. There was too many horses in
Body
that.
style that is extinct
Oh my
today,
God.
but would become increasingly popular in the 70s, thanks to this very car.
What are you driving?
An Esteem.
Yes.
A
Esteem.
Suzuki Esteem.
It's a
It's an
Suzuki.
import.
With Pontiac launching the third-gen Grand Prix in
I
1960,
think Suzukis are mostly made in Australia. Oi! How's the kangaroos out of there? The koalas, the drop beds.
on the rear-drive G-body platform,
Wasn't bad, actually.
Pete Estes, then general manager of Chevrolet,
We're just warming
conceived
up
the Monte
here,
Carlo
so
as a Chevy alternative.
give me a
the
chance to get some
Riviera
beer.
and
or whatever.
Oldsmobile Toronado. Although during its development, it wasn't called the Monte Carlo.
Oh, did I mention we might have a special guest in the Inglorious Basterds today? Did I say that? We might have a special guest star. Oh my God, I hope so, Hamster. We want to listen to you for an hour, you big piece of shit.
But instead was
no.
a Concord to align with the
Yeah.
plan to be more luxury oriented. By the time the Monte Carlo was officially introduced in September of
Monte.
1969, former Pontiac chief John Z. DeLorean took the honors with the
Excuse me. Did you hear this man's name? Oh, Back to the Future. Let's
in
go.
September of 1969. Former Pontiac chief John Z. DeLorean took the honors with the reveal, as by then DeLorean had replaced Estes as general
Same dude. Yes.
manager of Chevrolet. Like the Grand Prix, the Monte Carlo was on GM's G-body platform,
Yes.
only available as a hardtop coupe, and was about 9
G-body
inches
platform,
longer
yes,
than the A-body
yes.
Chevelle. Unlike the Chevelle, which in
I'm like getting all
1970 came
geeky about
standard
the
with a
platforms,
V6
yo.
that only made 155 horsepower. The Monte Carlo's base engine
Oh
was
my
a
God.
350 cubic inch, 5.7 liter V8 that was rated at 250 horsepower.
Ooh. 454 Chevelle there, Ramadi. Nice. I mean, that was a
Monte
big
Carlo
fucking
did share the
engine.
Chevelle's dashboard design.
That was like huge. That was a big motor. Oh my God. Talk about the fun we had with big blocks back in the day.
But the Monte Carlo leaned more towards luxury, with a simulated wood veneer
good.
that was intended to look like the real elm wood used by Rolls-Royce.
Right. Yeah.
Monte Carlos could be had with power steering.
Because yes, Queen Elizabeth, get into this Monte Carlo because it's going to be just like a Rolls Royce. Yes.
Windows and seats, and air conditioning, plus other luxury-themed options that could bring its price to over $5,000, or around $38,000 today.
$38,000 for a Monte Carlo. That's kind of cheap these days. What the fuck is up with the price of cars, by the way? Oh my God. I saw another one of these fucking trucks, by the way, driving down the road. Well, where else would they be, Hamster? Yeah, good point. You got me there. Yes, of course they were driving. One of these brand new Silverado fucking things. They're $70,000 or $80,000. What? I know I'm getting old, but you could buy a house for $70,000 or $80,000 not that many years ago, and you still can in some parts of St. Louis. 10 grand.
Much like a sports car, but with the handsome appointments you look for in a personal luxury car.
For $420 extra, you could get the Super Sport or SS trim.
Yes.
The SS offered the largest engine.
Here we go.
454 cubic inch, 7.4 liter V8, rated at 360 horsepower.
I mean, 454 cubic inches of muscle.
But since Chevrolet marketed the Monte Carlo as a
Didn't have
luxury
any
car,
balls, though.
few buyers
They
were
had to
interested,
detune it.
with less than 4,000 sold for the 1970 model year. With only around 1,900 SS 454 sold for 1971,
Check this
it
shit
was
out.
dropped for 1972. Although the engine itself continued.
I love those freaking rims, though. Those are the rally wheels, I believe. Those are fucking awesome. It gives me throbbing meat.
For 1971, it was dropped for 1972. Although the engine itself continued as an option until 1975. Despite the early Monte Carlo SSs being a sales disappointment, in 1971, the Monte Carlo was a perfect fit for NASCAR, as the size just met the length requirements. And the Chevy dealer network offered easy access to parts. Not to mention that Ford and Chrysler had recently ended their backing for motorsports.
Excuse me, NASCAR started out. They were moonshiners, back in the day, and then, well, they just, down there in Alabama.
So although Chevrolet had intended the Monte Carlo to be a luxury car, NASCAR fans knew the name for a purpose that was about as far from luxury as one could get. The first-gen Monte Carlo only lasted 3 years.
Let's say a big hello to Jerry the Warhorse. Jerry, good to see you. Know you're busy. Appreciate you stopping by, and come back again when you have time or whenever. We're here. We're just talking shit. Tits, ass, cars, and beer. Yeah.
As GM was revamping its entire midsize lineup for 1973. Although 1973 was also the start of the oil embargo, which resulted in the worst gas prices the U.S.
I remember my grandfather. Back during the all crisis. He's like, oh my God, gas is like 53 cents a gallon. Oh my God. 53 cents. Oh my God. Yeah.
That ever faced.
With inflation, it'd be like $48 a gallon, but you know.
The second gen Monte Carlo gained 6 inches in length. Although
the thing that really pissed him off is when a pack of cigarettes got above $1 a pack. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. I went to Japan to fight for this. He probably said that too. And what did grandfather buy for a car in 1975? A big fucking Buick. A big old boat. Oh God, the good old days. And here's the way he used to run things, right? We're in the car. We're in Florida, right? My grandmother's up there, grandfather, my sister, me in the car. And he was so concerned about the gas price, he wouldn't turn on the air conditioning. In Florida, in fucking July or August, he wouldn't turn the air conditioning on. And they'd be smoking in there. Oh, God, the good old days. The good old days, boys. Yeah.
Some of that extra length was because of new 5-mile-per-hour bumpers.
Right.
Set up the roadblock.
This generation featured arguably its most in-your-face styling for its entire run, with prominent front and rear fenders that made it visually far different from the related Grand Prix. It also switched from a hardtop to what GM called a colonnade.
I personally think the Monte Carlo was pretty fucking sexy with the Monte Carlo stuff. I mean, what else could you call it? Right? It's the Monte Carlo stuff. It's got the swoopy things and the whatevers and the wow and the oh my God. I bet if I drive this downtown, I could pick up a lady and get some sags.
Or fixed opera windows between the B.
Ask my ex-brother-in-law. I guess it worked for him with my sister. Oh, come.
C pillars and new swiveling front bucket seats.
Yeah.
With industry standards changing the horse.
That was class. The swiveling bucket seats in the front.
Bar ratings from gross to net.
But it had a big back seat. Boonka, boonka, boonka. Oh my God, we're going to go in the country and stick it in the Uh-huh. Yes. Didn't care about the front seats then, did you? No.
The power numbers dropped significantly from the previous generation, with a 350 cubic inch V8 now only officially making 145 horsepower.
You have insurance?
Boom.
We're the Detroit Youth Choir. We're the underdog. We can do.
This is the hardest I've ever tried for anything.
I want to be able to take these kids to the next big stage.
Can I see the rest of the video? That'd be nice.
Hyundai,
yeah. Go buy a Hyundai.
Highlander. I don't care. Look what Palisade has.
Right.
And
Yeah,
what
it's got all this
Highlander
shit.
doesn't. Hyundai Palisade
Yes.
wins every time.
Why are they uglying up the cars, though? Hyundai seems to be 5 years behind, and they just copy whatever people did before. I don't know. I hope the cars have gotten better.
Motor Trend.
My least favorite car in the world was that fucking thing I bought from John. That fucking Hyundai accent. Oh, God almighty. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, I'm not going to sit here and bitch. Although I probably will.
Awarded the Monte Carlo its car of the year.
I mean, let's just admit, that's why you come here. Oh, Hamster, you're bitching about something. Yes. Yes, it's called content.
For 1973. And with nearly 250,000 sold, it set a new sales record for Chevrolet. Despite the oil embargo hurting sales for big cars, somehow the Monte Carlo bucked that trend with a new record of 300,000 sold for 1974 and only a drop to 250,000.
I mean, look at that car. Just look at that. It's beautiful. Look at the curves. You know, imagine the guys, men and women in Detroit, had to pound that shit out there and make those beautiful. Oh my God. I need a minute. I'll be right back.
For 1975. The 1976 models had a refreshening of the front and rear.
I need
the
a
dual round
rusty
headlights
combo.
changed to quad stack rectangular headlights.
What is wrong with you, Hamster?
Bringing enough food?
Well, a lot. Now,
Not surprisingly, the biggest 454 V8 was
Did you see that? Is that Terry fucking Bradshaw? This was 1980. Look at this guy.
round headlights changed to quad stack rectangular headlights.
How about food, son? You bring enough food?
It's fucking Terry Bradshaw. the Cannonball Run or something. Excuse me, son. Did you bring some food? Where's he from? Is he Mississippi? Is that where Terry Bradshaw? Is that where Rusty Rivers is? Oh my God! I think we have another cosmic connection.
Not surprisingly, the biggest 454 V8 was dropped as an option.
Yeah.
The base engine was a smaller 305 cubic inch 5-liter V8.
Well, at least it wasn't a fucking 225 slant 6. At least it wasn't that.
The final year for the second gen, 1977.
Also, a wonderful, GM did some really interesting cars till about 1997 or something. I had a Caprice. I had a one just like this, but it was 1986, and it had the 305 V8 and the paint. It had the paint feature where the paint would just peel the fuck off the car because why not, right? That car was a fucking beautiful machine. The thing ran forever. I mean, literally, literally, the car fell apart around the engine. It rusted away. There was nothing left. I mean, the thing was falling apart. Literally, chunks of the car were falling off. But that fucking 305, that kept going. It was a good engine, good transmission. Of course, I had to do a lot of shit, right? Cut off the catalytic converter, whatever. Good car. I would like to have one today. Actually, I tried to buy another one, but I couldn't find one that was. It was a good car. These Caprices, these Chevrolet Impalas, they were good. Good stuff.
It was a unique year for Chevrolet. As its largest model, the B-body Caprice was shrunk as part of a corporate downsizing.
305 had plenty of power. Oh my God, it only had 148 horsepower. Doesn't matter. It was enough.
Which made it smaller than the mid-size Monte Carlo, but only for that year, as the Monte Carlo joined the downsizing for its third gen in 1978. The third gen, now in a new, smaller G-body, was a foot shorter and over.
Now, I think this is getting to the sexiest Monte Carlo.
700 pounds lighter than the second gen.
I mean, it was a little awkward there. The tires are a little bit too small, but, back in the day, 13-inch tires. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe not the best choice, but pretty good-looking curves on this bitch. Yes.
And yet somehow had increased interior and trunk space. It also...
excuse me. Here we go. Hold on. I got to grab the ASMR. Nice hit.
Still had a similar fender design as before, although it arguably didn't look as good on the shortened G-body. But it allowed the Monte Carlo to keep its own unique look across three models that now shared the G-body. Not just the Grand Prix as before, but now also the Buick Regal and Oldsmobile Color Supreme.
So where's the office back?
Look at some of these guys with the lowrider stuff. This is funny. Go ahead. That's Denzel Washington. Look at that. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas,
1978
boys.
model changed out the stacked quad rectangular headlights back to dual, but changed again in 1980 to quad rectangular headlights now oriented horizontally instead of vertically. V6 engines were now standard, or an optional Buick Turbo V6 starting in 1980.
Oh my God, Zombro's here. Hello, Zombro. Good to see you. All kinds of people here. Hey, hope you're enjoying the pregame show.
And after 1979,
wait, it's almost 10 o'clock. I guess we have to do a show.
Due to so few buyers opting for them.
We'll go through this first, and then we'll invite
the fourth generation,
people.
which began in 1981, is a bit confusing in regard to GM body designations.
Okay.
For 1981, the fourth gen Monte Carlo was now on a new rear drive A body, but only for 1981.
The A body.
Starting in 1982, GM renamed the A body to G, as the A body became the new smaller front drive models, like the Chevy Celebrity. The same basic platform as the third gen. The fourth gen followed the trend of the early 80s.
Oh my God, Julian, is this your car?
Wait, is this your car?
What a cool car.
Becoming more
Sounds so
but just up
Canadian.
front, as
Yeah.
rear profile
Yeah.
still
Now,
kept
the
some of the
celebrity.
trademark curves.
I had a 19. I was thinking about this. I was taking a shit. What else are you gonna do? You're gonna think about stuff. It's like, what year was that car that I bought? It's 1984, I believe. Cavalier had the 2.0 liter in that thing. Manual transmission. I bought it for, I don't know, $1,500, whatever. And there was something wrong with the car when I bought it, right? So it's like, yeah, bring it back in. We'll fix it. You know, the fucking car dealers, Jesus Christ. Fucking snakes. But so anyway, the guy was good. You know, his word was good. So I brought it back. He fixed it. And he gave me a loaner car while he was fixing my Cavalier. It was a Celebrity. Fucking fantastic car. Just a wonderful freaking automobile. And it seems like GM has this corporate culture where if we make a car that's really fucking rock solid with no issues, we should cancel that because reasons.
They made it more recognizable as a Monte Carlo.
I'm guessing this one doesn't bounce.
Yeah.
NASCAR was still using Monte Carlos during this period, but they weren't nearly as successful as they had been in the 70s. For 1983, Chevrolet finally reintroduced the SS model for the Monte Carlo, and you couldn't miss it thanks to
that was a sexy bish there. Probably the best looking Monte Carlo, I think, in the mid 80s. Really nice. Now, I'll tell you the story. Is it 10 o'clock yet? Welcome to the show. It's the Inglorious Basterds. So you got to do this. Because that's the rules, boys. That's the rules. We got to do what we got to do. Welcome. Yes, we will open up the phone lines, so to speak, shortly. Hope you guys are having a great, wonderful day. And everything is great for you, you know. But it's not bad to be alive. Oh, but it's painful. And the women, and oh my God, they got it. What's the alternative? Not a good choice. So don't do that. And if you're having feelings like that, guys, Terrence Pop. Redonkulous.com. All right, let's continue our little car talk. The hamster, where's the tits? Where's the beer? I've got the beer right here, actually. This is something I picked up at Quick Trip down the street. It's Mother's Brewing Company. I mean, how could you not want to drink something from Mother's Brewing Company? It gives you a little hug every time you sip it. Oh my God, Mommy, you make me feel. I love you, Mommy. I love you. So this is India Pale Ale, Little Helper. And it's actually more of a bigger helper. 7%. Alcohol by volume. Oh, yeah. So where is this? Oh, my God. It's Springfield, Missouri. Here we are in Springfield, Missouri. Well, we're not in Springfield, but we're in Missouri. So thank you, Mother's Little Helper Brewing Company, for the delicious, precious fluid. It reminds me of a hug from my mother. Thank you. Go ahead.
To a new front and rear end that ditched the chrome for a blacked out grille, color-matched bumpers,
and
an integrated rear spoiler.
The
5-liter V8 that had last been in the Monte Carlo 12 years earlier was finally back. Although
the 5-liter V8, the 305. Indestructible engine.
Now only making 175 horsepower.
Right.
With big SS decals on the doors. This is the model I remember best as a kid growing up in the 80s. And as such, I've always thought of this one as the best.
It's a pretty good looking car.
Of all the generations.
Yeah.
Unlike the original SS,
I mean, the chicks would get wet and creamy just driving. They don't. Oh. I guess that explains a lot.
That's from the first gen.
Yeah.
This new SS was far more popular. So much so that although overall Monte Carlo sales dropped from 1984 to 85, the number of SS models sold increased from 24,000 to over 35,000, despite the horsepower of the SS only increasing to 180. For 1986, 200.
Now, I don't know what the hell this is, but I've never seen one of these in real life. But it kind of looks like the color scheme that GM was using at the time. And that weird fucked up window in the back. You see the mousey there? I mean, God, what's that all about? I mean, God, it looks like a dope smoker's paradise. Gangsta paradise. Yes. I should have my keyboard fired. No. Hamster, don't do that. Okay. All right.
100 units were designated as aero coupes.
I understand.
With the rear window redesigned to match the more aerodynamic window shape required for the NASCAR models. Only 200 were required to satisfy the homologation rules.
Oh, my God, the homologation rules. Excuse me. I need another minute.
And allow the Monte Carlo to continue to be used for NASCAR. The revised window made the trunk lid about half as long as it was before, and was admittedly a bit odd looking. Enough so that
I never saw one of these in real life, so I can't really comment.
Made it onto my weird GM
intelligently. Really? Hamster, we haven't figured that out yet. Really? Okay, good.
Cars episode.
Yeah.
But apparently it wasn't too odd, as over 6,000 more aero
Mystery Man is here. Hello. Damn Dan something. Sorry, damn Dan. I'm basically blind. I can't see the fucking screen because my microphone is in the way. But welcome. Glad to see you. All right, let's go.
Coupes were sold for 1987.
My
Despite
computer
over
took
112,000 Monte
so
Carlos
I think
sold
she's
for
gone.
1987, Chevrolet had new plans for the nameplate.
Ooh. I love that black looking. Oh, that Monte with the. Oh my God.
12,000 Monte Carlos sold for 1987. Chevrolet had new plans for the nameplate. Although there was a 1988
we should do some tractor porn.
It was cut short to only 30,000 sold. As its replacement, the front-wheel drive Lumina was slated to arrive in 1989 for the 1990 model year.
Yeah, the Lumina was a great fucking car. And again, it's the policy of GM to, well, it's a really good car. People like it. Okay, let's do something else. Cancel it. The Lumina was a great fucking car. Perfect size, good power, comfortable, fun to drive, 3.1 V6. Oh, no. We can't have that. Cancel that motherfucker. Yes.
Right. The Lumina was offered in both coupe and sedan. So the coupe replaced the Monte Carlo, and the sedan
Resurgence is here. Hello.
Chevy offered the Lumina Z34 to be the replacement for the Monte Carlo.
Why'd they call it a Z34? Any ideas, boys? Hamster? Yes, MGTOW Outlaw. Would you like to guess why they called it the Z34? I think it was the 3.4 liter V6 they had it. Bingo!
Carlo SS. The Z34 could only be had with the V6, no more V8. Although ironically, the V6 had higher horsepower.
Now, I like the Lumina and the two-door Lumina with the 3.4. Get the sporty. Oh my God, it's sporty. Oh no, it's a sporty thing, and men like it, so it's to be hated. 3.4 was all right. 3.1 was totally adequate, right? 3.4 had some issues, but 3.1 is a fucking solid car. Engine, it was great. However, as time went on, things got more fucked up. Well, I'll see here. How do you know this is fucked up?
Than the Monte Carlo SS had at its end in 1988. Despite the Z34's horsepower rating, sales were nowhere near what the Monte Carlo SS once had. In a sign of
Polska Bob is here. Oh my God, Polska, you got the camera? We're going to put you on the screen.
When the Lumina was redesigned for its second generation in 1995, the coupe version of the Lumina was renamed back to the Monte Carlo. The only problem was...
Yes. Hamster did know a few people over time, right? And one of the people, I can't remember her name, doesn't matter. She bought one of the Monte Carlos in like 2002 or something. Oh, yeah, I'm cool and whatever. I rented one. It was a piece of shit. Didn't like it. Couldn't see out of the fucking windows. It's crazy. God.
It still looked like a two-door version of the Lumina, which was about as bland as a car could get back then.
Mr. Freeman, how are you?
Tommy?
Bland is reliable. Bland doesn't get stolen. Do you get my point? Yeah.
Monte Carlo loyalists hated it, considering it was front-wheel drive and looked nothing like it once did. The SS also didn't return for the 5th generation. Instead, Chevy kept the Z34 designation once used on the Lumina. Over its 5-year run, sales were less than half each year of what the old model had gotten, even near its end in the late 80s. Considering that all mid-size coupes are dropping in popularity,
probably the best one right there,
and even near its end in the late 80s.
Yeah, that was a fun car, but
considering that all mid-size coupes are dropping in popularity in the late 90s, the fact that the Monte Carlo didn't just end in 99 is quite surprising. Instead, Chevy offered a 6th gen for 2000 with an all-new body and a definitely more sporty look, but sadly, it still had front-wheel drive.
The sleek, new 200 horsepower Chevy Monte Carlo SS.
Excuse me.
Hot.
The Lumina sedan was also replaced with
Excuse me, I could do that better. The sleek new 2005 Monte Carlo. It's got shit in their engines and they're big, beefy, like man balls and shit. Women, you're gonna love this. No? Not really. Okay. Damn Dan whatever. Hello again. Lumina or Monte Carlo, of course. Yeah. The Luminas. I knew a guy actually that I worked with in Minnesota. His side hustle, to use the current vernacular, was to fix the Luminas up. And that fucking Lumina's a good car. I mean, you can trust that thing. And of course, what did GM do? Fucked it up. Because that's what GM does. What? My Lumina's a special thing in my thing. Right. So we make a good car like the Caprice, the 77 Caprice style. Let's get rid of that. No, it's not progressive. And oh my God. No. We can't have cars that are reliable. Because reasons. All right. We're going to get to the chats shortly.
The Impala. Yeah. Although that one was a sad replacement for what used to carry the Impala name. The 6th gen Monte Carlo invoked some of the styling of old, with sheet metal creases above the wheels to simulate the big fenders it once had. The 6th gen Monte Carlo's look had been foreshadowed by the Intimidator concept car. That was revealed in 1997.
It wasn't the same.
And the design was still a homologation to allow
wasn't the same though
in NASCAR. The SS model returned, but with only a 3.8-liter V6.
God almighty.
And a supercharger was added in 2004.
Gotta get some more beer.
With all the power going to the front wheels, it definitely had its critics. However, Chevrolet offered several pace car editions from 2000 to 2003, as well as a special Intimidator model in 2002. Monte Carlo's most famous driver, Dale Earnhardt, who tragically passed away on the track in 2001. There were also collector models made for Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Tony Stewart. With sales averaging around 70,000 per year, it was still nowhere close to what the old rear-drive V8 models once had, but still an improvement over the Lumina-based 5th gen. A refresh
trying
came in
to find some more content
with new headlamps, and finally a V8 brought back for the SS, a 5.3-liter LS4.
Oh my God, 5.43.
Less than 15,000 SS models were sold in 2006 and 2007, the latter accounting for more than half of all Monte Carlo sales that year. General Motors' overall sales were on the downswing, and the market crash of 2008.
I got boogers on my boogers.
So no surprise that the Monte Carlo was sacrificed. But following their bailout, instead of resurrecting the Monte Carlo name, they instead decided to resurrect the Camaro for 2010, which had last sold in 2002. The Camaro is another name that is going away in 2024, leaving the Corvette as GM's
Andrew
last
Wilson
sport
has a chill
coupe, a market that, just like the personal luxury coupe, the Monte Carlo once helped be so popular will likely never again return to its former glory. Thanks for watching.
No, we just want some gas, muchacho.
If you like this video, click the like button and subscribe to my channel.
All right. Let's try this one. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Flexible financing for vet care with Care Credit.
It is true that there's a descriptive is. This is the way things are. But you can't get an ought.
Oh, shit. I fucked it up, didn't I? Yes. Well, Hamster, stop fucking it up. We got people here to want to hear a show. Can you do that? Can you try? Yes. Yes, I can. I will do that. All right. Go ahead. Share screen. Oh, sorry about that. Now, yeah, also share the audio. Yes. Share the audio. That'd be good. All right. What the fuck? Is there a button I have to? What is this? Oh my God. Hamster, you should know what you're doing. Yes. I should know what I'm doing. That's a good call, guys. Good call. Okay. So let's see here. Let's see. Yeah. That's us. And then there's Andrew. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Descriptively true that a woman is beautiful, you should have sex with her. I can't base what you should do off of what descriptively is true. That makes no sense. So when I'm asking you about shoulds here, right? These are poignant moral questions. And what they're asking you is, should men enter into polygamous relationships? You say, well, it's up to them. Okay, that's fair enough. So you're morally neutral on it. You don't care.
Now, it's going to pain me somewhat deep into my heart to disagree with Andrew Wilson, because I like Andrew Wilson. I think he's fun. It's a good, refreshing voice. But as with a lot of content creators, talking about red pill, right? Red pill is, oh my God, it's evil. Oh, why do you hate women? And all this other bullshit. Andrew's in that camp. Because let's be honest, he's married to his wife, Rachel, I believe her name is. And they're happily married, and they're Orthodox Christian. All that good. That's great. Fantastic. But Andrew has not been in the current world. Well, excuse me, Hamster, wait a minute. Hold on now, you old fuck with your small weenus. You haven't been either. So it's a fair discussion. Now, I haven't asked the woman out since I think it was 2014. So it's been a while, 10 years anyway. So I don't know what's going on out there. But you know what I can do? Because I still have eyes in my head, you know. One of my left eye is fucked up, but my right eye is still working good. I can see what's going on. I can see this degeneracy, degenerate behavior all over the place. You know, there's a reason why. I'm sorry, women. I mean, God, stop it. I mean, God, you're evil. There's a reason why women were kept in check over centuries, millennia. Because when you let them get out of control, you get what we see today. And to push on this old thing with, well, women should be able to do whatever they want. I mean, but they don't say is women should do whatever they want to with no consequence. Now, what human in history has been able to just run fucking wild? Roughshod. What human? Do anything you want and everything is fine. Be the female. Right? There was always a consequence for men, but never a consequence for women. Why? Because they have tits and a vagina. Oh my God. Why are you objectifying me? You need that. You expect that. You desire that. It makes you moist. Because without that, you're just another fucking stinking human being and nobody gives a flying fuck. Do you understand? Oh my God, women have been oppressed. There's a reason. There is a reason why men and governments over the millennia have tried to rein women in, because they don't make good decisions. They make really shitty decisions. Excuse me, there are exceptions, but not very goddamn many of them. If you give a human being carte blanche to do whatever the fuck they want with no consequences, what do you think is going to happen? Oh, well, the rational part of the brain will take over. They're just not going to do that, even though I could, I'm not going to do that because I'm a human. What we have here today, gentlemen, and I think we all understand this, we have half of the population absolutely allowed to do whatever the fuck they want to do with zero repercussions. Nothing. No consequences. Well, at least not immediate. Then again, that's another whole thing with, The point is, there's a reason why we have a civilization. Because we agree to certain rules. Okay, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. We're not going to fight. We're just going to be blah, 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 right? When you take half of that population and say, you can do whatever the fuck you want, you go, girl. That's going to become a problem. And gee, who'da thunk? It is a fucking problem. Probably the biggest problem we have in the West are people doing shit when there's no consequences. Why do we have laws? Well, these evil people do evil things, and we punish them with, go in jail, fines, whatever the hell it is. What happens when you have half the population and the government and the media and the saying you can do whatever you want, girl, and there's no consequences, there's no boundaries, there's no fucking nothing. Why are we surprised? That's the big question. Why are we surprised that shit is so out of fucking control? Oh, but you hate women. I don't hate women. I love women. Women are great. They're fun. They're cool. They have a different way of thinking from men. Yin and yang. That's the way God created this, or whoever you believe. The aliens with lizard faces came. Whatever the fuck you believe. Doesn't matter. Men and women complement each other. And when that complementary thing goes away, we have problems, don't we? Go on, Andrew.
One way or the other, if they do or they don't. But we still run into this paradox. What you've actually created is a paradox. And you know what I call this? And this is one of the reasons I want to have this conversation with you. I have a term for this. It's called the red pill paradox.
Red pill.
And you just demonstrated the red pill paradox.
Evil.
And let me explain what the paradox is so that you know.
Take it through me like I'm.
I'll walk you through the paradox.
Like I'm an 11-year-old or a very smart Labrador.
There's a fight that's going on right now between the Christian conservatives and the red pillars on Twitter, which is probably why your tweet popped up in my feed to begin with, right? Or I was tagged or something like this. But essentially, the red pill has this kind of point. And the point is that if it's true that the top 10% of men are basically getting all of the chicks. By the time the women figure out that their sexual market value is gone in their 30s, and they're not going to net one of these guys, they settle for some other dude, some other guy. And one of the ways that they're able to do that is they do the pour some holy water on that whore's head, right?
Yeah, unicorn farting, because that's actually happening all the time. Wait, let me get my beer. Hold on. The unicorn farts, and thus. Well, but what about these women? Oh my God. What about these men? Let's talk about the normal distribution curve. I'm going to wait till I'm 39 and there's going to be a man there to... Really? Okay. I mean, you can believe whatever you want to. You can believe in fantasies, but the reality is that's not going to happen. You see, that's what women don't like to hear. Oh my God, why is there some restriction on what I can do with me? There's no restriction. You can do that. You can do whatever you want. Live your life. Good. God bless you. Go have fun. Whatever. But it's always whoring, isn't it? Always. The whoring. It's not becoming, oh my God, I'm going to become a CEO. No, it's always the whoring. And government supports the whoring. Why do you think that is? Just curious. Let me turn these guys up a little bit because I think it's it's lacking a little bit. Yeah, you're right. It's not loud. Hamster, you're going deaf. Yes, I am.
And then she's ready to go. I've seen this time and time and time again. I understand this
because I'm old.
Yeah.
Dad, Valentine's Day is coming.
Show your daughter how much you love her with this beautiful
give
gift.
Her a fucking
it says,
bullshit.
To my daughter.
Right.
But what creates the paradox is this, is that red pillars such as yourself.
And I'm not just screaming, oh my God, you evil red pill manosphere. Oh my God, you hate women. Your daughter is going to be a future whore. Unless she gets some religion. Let's get some Jesus in there. And even that is not going to help. Because society has said, we don't care what women do. You are evil if you even comment on it. But what about men? What about men? Men shouldn't be doing evil either. Men shouldn't be out there slaying fucking whores every weekend at the goddamn bar. I mean, God, I just can't help myself. The crux of being a human, a thinking being. Are you a fucking snail? Are you a fucking lizard? Lizards have more brains than a lot of men these days. Oh my God, I have to. What does it mean to be a human? I mean, this is getting into philosophy shit. What does it mean? You are, thus you're a human. You exist, or do you think with your brains? Do you say, yes, I can do all this shit, but I don't think that's a good thing, even though it would feel good today. Right now, it really feel good. But I think it's a bad idea because in the future, things are going to get fucked up, and I want the future. It's like smoking, right? Smoking doesn't hurt me today, so why should I give a shit? Whoring around today doesn't hurt me today, so why should I give a shit? Do you like civilization? Do you like water coming into your house? Do you like electricity? Do you like the fact you can go outside and not get shot by your neighbor or killed by somebody with a machete? We agree to these things. We agree. We will not do thus and such just to keep the fucking peace. And that's fine. It's worked for decades. But what happens when a particular class of people or women say, no, we're not going to do that. You're going to respect all the things we agreed to, but I'm going to do all this other bullshit. And if you don't like it, you're a fucking misogynist. What happens then? What if we don't agree to the agreement? Well, suddenly it looks like today. Don't it? Go on.
Who described this descriptively as being a problem and a destructive force to the actual grounding foundation of Western principle, then yourselves engage in it. The exact same thing. You just relabel it something else. But literally, you're doing the exact same thing as the problem in which you describe society is suffering from. It's
okay. I'm not going to slam Andrew here. I could. But he and his wife, who had 2 kids before they got married, Orthodox Christian. They believe in Jesus, all that stuff. So I'm not going to slam him directly. But what I'm going to say, just like Rolo, just like me, just like a lot of other guys, we're not out in the field today. Okay? We're not out there. Young men are. And young men don't know what the fuck is going on. They're not seeing, they're young guys. They don't, I should get married. I should find a woman. And they haven't agreed. Excuse me. They have agreed to keep the agreement we have between people. They've agreed to it. They've signed their name, but they don't. They do not. It's like, oh yeah, here's a contract. Sign that thing, and then you break it. And there's no consequence for that. I know. Wait a minute. You can't harm the women because they're always special and important. What about men? We agreed to this, didn't we? We said, yeah, if you do thus and such, this will happen. No, not anymore. We're going to do our thing, and we're going to, yeah, but we expect you to keep the covenant. Everything you agreed to before 1960, you still have to do. But women don't have to. Well, isn't that fucking nice and convenient?
Paradox.
It's they're complaining about whores while making whores.
Right.
It's a paradox.
Yes.
It's paradoxical. What you're doing is the exact same thing that you describe as the problem.
Could I offer a potential insight into why that might be?
Because, yeah, well, I think I know. It's because you've become a nihilist. You don't think that there's a solution, so you just check out and like, fuck it.
No, I don't think that's the case. I think people playing the ground as it lays. They're dealing with the problem that they're faced with. They didn't choose this. Men didn't choose this. Even the top 10% of men who are fucking all these women, they didn't choose this. Most of those top 10% of men who are fucking all those women, given the chance, would happily give it all away to just have the love and dedication of one really amazing woman.
Yep. That's how much we love women. We'll give it all away just for one. To just pay attention and be nice. Smell good. Oh, but you want to put women in the kitchen. I don't give a fuck. Just one woman who actually likes me. Just one. That's all it takes. Most men are like, oh, yeah. Think about it. Just one woman. Just one human being who is a female, who actually likes you. Everything's out there. So it's done. We can't even get that. We're despised. We're reviled. We're disgusting creepers. Why is that?
Who wasn't incentivized to fucking destroy him. We don't want this. Most men don't want this. Even the highly promiscuous ones that are...
No men want this. I mean, I was married young. But if I can find a woman, strong, loyal, not a fucking hoe, give it all up. Most men would do that. Yeah, here, take my shit. I want to be with, I love you. We can't even find one of them today. Unless you're old, like me. Like Barbara Ann's been married for 30 years or so, something like that. That's all gone now for young men. It's not there anymore. It's not even possible. That's what happens when you give half the population the freedom to do whatever the fuck they want with no consequences. I wonder where that idea came from. Oh, was it communism? You think?
Just slaying models 24/7. Given the choice.
Right.
When they're in bed at night, they'd much prefer the love of a wife and the dedication of a wife and to hear their kids wake up in the morning and run in and jump on them than post Instagram photos of their hotel in Dubai.
I think even the hardcore monks who might be here, if I could find one, just one, I don't need a bunch. I don't want to go through and run trains on chicks. Just one. To not do that and to be a good human being. But the requirement to be a good human being went out in the 60s by feminism. You understand this yet, gentlemen? I think you do. Go on.
They don't want this. The red pill guys they're playing the field as it's been handed to them by a broken society that was broken before they got there, and they're trying to figure out a survival mechanism all the way through.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We're trying to adapt and overcome. And there are some red pill guys, I suppose, who are fucking women. Blah, 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 blah. What about us normal guys? You know, just average dudes. It's like, yeah, I'd love to have a woman. Love to get married. I would love to have children, white picket fence, SUV in the back, and a boat where we all go on vacation as a family. A lot of men out here that would like that. It's not possible today. It's too fucked up. It's too far gone. We talk about, government. Like the government's going to fucking save you. Are you kidding me? The government is here to fuck you. In case you haven't figured that out yet. Go on.
And one of the survival mechanisms
is to be
one
hypocrites.
of the survival. No, one of the survival mechanisms, and you may call it that, but
how is it not hypocrisy to say that the problem is the whore makers, and I'm one of the whore makers? How is that not a complete hypocrisy?
Again, I won't say anything about Mr. Wilson here or his wife, but I think you can figure out what's going on with that. And I love this guy. I think he's great. But what?
Well, I can't speak for everyone else. I can't speak for other people. But what I can tell you is that one of the, and this is selfish. I'm not going to deny that this is not nihilistic, but it is selfish. It is, well, if society is burning and
selfish.
I can't put it out, at least I can save myself.
You selfish can't.
And
this is a selfish ideology.
There 100%. There's a huge selfish element to it. And in your ideology, from my crash,
in his ideology, okay, let's put the link out here so we can talk to some people. Maybe Polska Bob will come on and show us the light. Here's the invite, guys. Come on in if you want to. Boom. Paste. Yay. There it is, Ramadi and Polska. Come on in, guys. Feel free to jump in and talk. Because that's why we're here. We want to talk it through, right? We want to find solutions. Because that's what men do. I was going to say we don't bitch about, well, we do that too. But we want to find solutions to the problems that we see. Okay, go on.
Course on Andrew Wilson that I've taken over 24 hours is a idealistic and altruistic ideology.
Right.
And in that it's noble.
Well, it's duty.
It's noble.
Well, it's not just noble, it's paramount for all of those values and things that you seem to like so much about Western society, especially masculinity.
And
right?
there's
masculinity can't exist absent duty, can it?
No, it can't. And I'm 100% on about duty. And that
reminds me of Frankie playing guitar. I wish I had a donkey and an underwear in my pants. That's funny. That's my pop filter. Sorry.
I understand where you're coming from, and I empathize and identify very strongly with where you're coming from. What I'm trying to do is give you my insight into the other side of the equation, in the hope that you might understand why these men are making their choices. They're not going out there to try and make whores. One of the things they're trying to do is one of the reasons that young male promiscuity is advocated for in the red pill is because it is one of the only strategies.
Aldo and Edward. Wait.
Hello, Hamster.
Doug.
Good morning.
Hello, Doug. How are you, man? What's up?
Oh, doing good. I just got done eating breakfast with Brandon Trueblood.
No. Really?
Yeah, he came. He was in my town this morning, and we met up.
Son of a bitch. He never buys me breakfast, that fuck. Ramadi is here, too. Hey, Ramadi.
Hey, Hamster. I didn't come down from the goddamn Smoky Mountains, cross 3,000 miles of fucking ocean, and jump out of a fucking airplane to give the Nazi a lesson in humanity.
Bingo. Love it.
That's Aldo the Apache from Inglorious Basterds. If
I know.
Didn't know what the hell I was talking about.
Well, that's a good movie.
It is a good movie, yeah. I like it. Brad Pitt's a good-looking guy. I wish I looked like him because I get more chicks. If I had a Monte Carlo.
Don't we all wish that?
I mean, he's a good-looking guy, but I mean, he's actually a human. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
He's, I believe he's actually from Oklahoma.
Yeah. I mean, I think I remember seeing him in his first movie. Well, not his first movie, but the first big movie was the one with the two chicks. Remember that?
Thelma and Louise.
Thelma and Louise, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I've never seen that. I didn't know he was in it.
Yeah. He was the. I believe he was the guy who fucked the living. What was her name? Gina Davis, maybe.
Yeah. She was the married one, and he was the hot, sexy young hitchhiker they picked up.
Oh yeah.
And he wound up knocking the bottom out of that.
I mean, I can see the appeal though. Yeah, really.
So no, she didn't wait long once she got away from the husband.
Oh, she was just an abused woman. Because reasons and women are always abused. Oh my God! Why do you hate women, Ramadi? What's the deal?
Get your butt back here, Thelma.
Get your butt back here, Thelma, and get in the kitchen and make me a goddamn sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah. This propaganda has been going on for a long time, boys. You guys know that.
Oh yeah. Are these guys here in I've seen the Crucible before. What are they going on about, Hamster?
Well, the Crucible is kind of being a little anti-red pill. It's like, you shouldn't do that because, oh my God, God says something and you should get married.
Oh, yeah. I got you.
Yeah. Let's go on a little bit here. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, I believe in God too, but it's one of those things that I just don't want to fall on any dynamite on my way to the good woman.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I think that Jordan Peterson even. So well, you should get married because it's the way to do it. What about the laws? What about the bullshit you have to deal with when it ends? Nobody seems to want to talk about that.
No.
Hamster.
And I think Ramadi, you've probably been divorced, Doug. Maybe you. I don't know.
I've never been married.
Oh, all right. Ramadi?
Twice.
Jesus Christ, dude.
No, I'm pretty sure, and I'm paraphrasing here, of course, but I'm pretty sure it says somewhere in the Bible that women are not supposed to be lying, cheating, promiscuous hooers.
Mm-hmm.
And they're supposed to honor their husband and honor God.
Yeah, men shouldn't be that either. So,
right.
Yeah. I mean, it's it's both ways. It's not just the women.
That door definitely swings both ways. But again, I don't know, man. Like I said, I mean, I tried it twice, and I couldn't do it, and so that's why there won't be a third time. So I just stay away from them and keep to myself.
Zombro is in the building. Hello, Eric. How are you?
What's up, gents? How are you?
How are you, my friend? What's up?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Did you feel the earthquake last night, Hamster?
I did not. No.
Yeah, we had a 5.1.
It broke. I did have the power go out last night, so maybe that was bad.
It broke my oven.
Oh, really?
Yep. I have to get
in Oklahoma, right?
In Prague, Oklahoma, or whatever the hell it is. But it was felt as far north as South Dakota and as far south as Central Texas.
Is that like the New Madrid fault here in Missouri?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Wherever. I don't know how close Prague is to you and Doug, but damn, I felt it. It was crazy. The dogs were howling like mad. Freaking car alarms went off. It was crazy.
Really? Did the dogs howl before the earthquake?
Yes.
Dogs.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that.
Well, go ahead and say it because you're on the air. So speak.
Being from New York, I never experienced anything like that. New York is on bedrock.
Right.
Hey, Zombros, where did you say the quake originated from in Oklahoma?
According to the website, the U.S. Geological Survey, Prague.
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 I think it's pronounced Prague.
Okay, but
Prague, like
Czechoslovakia,
or where?
Prague, Oklahoma. Well, Prague
Oklahoma.
Prague is a capital. Is a city in the Czech Republic.
Yeah,
but it's pretty neat.
I slept through an earthquake in California one time.
Yes, there was a guy who. The only reason he knew that there was an earthquake is because he woke up with the building complete. The 89 San Francisco quake. His entire building fell out, and he had taken like sleeping pills And the only reason he knew, people thought he was dead.
No, I felt my bed shaking, but I thought it was one of my Marine buddies messing with me. You know, walking by and like shaking the rack. That's what I thought it was. And then I got up the next morning and I was like, who the fuck was shaking? And they're like, man, there was an earthquake last night. I was like, really?
Hey, Easy. Nice to see you, man.
Hey, Doug, how you doing? How was breakfast?
Oh, it was great. It was great. Oh man, it was a good time. I love getting to meet some of the guys here. This is cool. And Hamster, thanks for letting me come on and hang out with you guys. Yeah.
Oh, no.
You come on anytime, sir. Anytime.
I appreciate it.
And Doug, like I said, I'm going to try to get up there in March.
Dude,
I have a lot of things on the fire. Take a little road trip to see you.
Oh, dude, I'd love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Treat you to a nice steak and some whiskey.
Hey, dude, you're talking my language. Yeah.
But Hamster, how are you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a while.
What do you mean you haven't seen me in a while? Jesus.
Oh, you know what I mean. You're not streaming like you used to.
I stream all the time, sir, and I have to go get my fake cigarette. So you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
Hey, Zombros, Hamster was forced to return to actual physical work, so he has to go into the office, so he doesn't have as much free time.
Ah. So Hamster's back on his leash.
Yep.
Got it.
He's back on the hamster wheel, so to speak.
That's a good way to put it.
I didn't realize how much food I can eat. I can put it away fast, easy. I was like, I was almost done before Brandon got started.
Yeah, I saw it. Brandon was laughing about it.
I was hungry. When I'm hungry, I can devour.
I can't eat that way anymore, man. I used to be able to eat like that, just put my head down and just not even come up for air and just be shoveling it in. I can't do that anymore. I'll get sick and it'll just be a waste.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, nice to see you, Godfather. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh man, everything's good.
Fat and happy from what it sounds like.
Yeah, yep. I got to meet Sam the dog. Sam was cool.
Hey, so I have a little update in the pool for Rusty. I was talking to Chaos last night. So the funds are growing. We're doing pretty good on the fundraising for Rusty. So everyone's doing a great job out there.
Is this for the chess?
Yes.
Oh, when does that take place, Easy?
February 25th.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I spoke with Chaos, and donations are rolling in. So everyone's doing their part. Everyone's doing their part.
Zombro's question, and I'm not only asking this for myself, but for other guys that might be curious. To donate, I mean, do you have to be on one of Chaos's live streams, or can you go in and do it in like the Discord, in his Discord server?
You can just go to Chaos's channel, and I think in his like description area he has a link to his PayPal and all his stuff.
Okay.
So what you can do is make a donation, and then in the notation part, put that it is for for Rusty's fundraiser.
Yeah.
Or Rusty's fundraiser, or chat, whatever. Just indicate that it's for Rusty, and
the inaugural Captain Crunch chess tournament.
Yeah, but as I said, and Brandon's confirmed, Rusty's very ill, and if we can do something nice for him while he's still with us, that'd be great, because he's done a lot for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
Amen.
And Hamster, I think I told you, but it's bad. His cancer is spread, and so
I talked to him. I talked to him last night. He called me. We talked for, I don't know, an hour or so. he sounded like he was in pretty good spirits. It sounded like he was outside tinkering around on something while we were on the phone. We had a good conversation.
Yeah, but he's in a lot of pain, and it's bad.
No, he's good. He's good people, man.
He's a great man. He's a great man.
And that's a rare thing to find, anymore, is genuinely good people.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Doug. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just, with Rusty, it's like you would never even know anything had him down. He's got such a positive attitude about life. It's pretty cool.
Oh no, I would love to have his outlook and his attitude.
Yeah.
I mean, Rusty's a good man. He fucked up. We all know that, right? He did some shit. But he redeemed himself, and now he's our best friend. He's a good guy. I love him.
No, man. Hey, Hamster, everybody, we all fuck up. I mean, that's
Right,
part of being a man.
True.
You learn from your mistakes, hopefully.
But after spending time with Rusty, Rusty's one of those guys that if you were a perfect stranger to him, he'd treat you like he's known you his whole life. He'd welcome you to his table with a clap and a smile and not think twice about it. Kind of like you, Hamster.
I met a few people like that in my life throughout my travels.
Yeah. But anyway, gents, the Nordic Track and Treadmill are calling me, so I have company coming over later.
Hey, you gotta
good wine, steak, and whiskey.
You got to get in shape for that tutu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop leaving it in the cart, man. Just go ahead and order it now. Stop.
Hey, what's funny is I've actually convinced my daughter to make a YouTube account and to jump ship from chess.com to Lee Chess to participate in this.
Good.
What happens if your kid winds up kicking your ass?
My kid can kick my ass. She's phenomenal.
I told you the other day, Zombro, I'm Hungarian.
Yes.
I'm Hungarian. That's all they do is play chess. So don't even try it. You're done.
You guys have a great day.
All right, take care, easy.
Yeah. Zombro, the only thing I regret is you leave so soon because you're a good man. I love you. All right. Oh, no,
Zombro's like a ninja, man. He pops in and pops out. Ninja vanish. Sometimes you don't even realize he was there.
Yeah, well, you should stay longer because, God damn it, that's what I want. I mean, God, stop it. All right, let's see. Is Brandon doing anything? Just curious.
He's driving. I think he's streaming.
Oh, no, he's streaming.
Where the hell is Polska Bob, by the way?
I haven't seen or heard from him in a little bit.
Bob was in the chat earlier.
I know.
Yeah. Was he going to be out and about making deliveries on the Polska cam?
The Polska cam. I love that. It's beautiful. All right. Let me see if I can find Brandon. All right. Yeah. Go ahead. What? Oh, for God's sake, where is he? Brandon, True Blood. Oh my God. Oh, he is streaming. Should we rate his stream? Yeah, we're gonna do this. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God, Bingus is here too. Oh no.
Are you having good weather up there, Hamster?
Oh yeah. It's yeah.
We're having pretty mild temperatures. It's nice out.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's really nice.
Hey, Doug. Sorry, man. Where were you when Brandon stopped to meet you so you guys could have breakfast? Where are you?
I'm in a little town in Missouri, Poplar Bluff. He was on his
Poplar
way
Bluff,
through.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's where I live.
No,
that's a really nice looking town. I'm
like
thinking about buying something there. Yeah,
that would be fantastic.
Yeah,
well, because when I got off his stream yesterday, he was he in Missouri by that point? I don't remember. He was either coming out of Tennessee into Missouri or was already into Missouri. I don't know.
I think it's a good town to live in if you're looking to be out in the country and you've pretty much put your years of service in on a job and you're just ready to get out in the country. This is a good spot for that.
Hamster, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
I don't get it. What I'm reading right now, the Master Blaster.
Master Blaster. What?
It says Dr. Ginger Hamster, the Master Blaster.
Master Blaster. Yeah.
Like from Thunderdome? Wasn't that?
Stevie Wonder. Actually.
Oh. No, I thought that was that fucking the big guy in Thunderdome. Thought that was his name, Master Blaster.
No, Stevie Wonder did a great album, like Master Blaster or something. It was great. It was good stuff.
That was funny the other morning when you guys were talking about the Blues Brothers.
Yes, yes.
I love that. I love that movie.
What is the part about the movie you love there, sir? What is it?
Okay. Just the music, just the comedic timing with everyone. The dialogue.
I listened to Aretha Franklin singing whatever that song was in that movie. She was an amazing singer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You better think.
Think, yeah. You better think.
Four fried chickens and a Coke and dry white toast.
Amazing. Aretha Franklin came from nothing, right? She was she had nothing.
Ray Charles.
And she
Ray
came
Charles
up and she
was
did
in
her
it.
thing. All respect to Aretha Franklin.
Yeah. James Brown was in it.
Ray Charles as well. Yeah. Yeah. And James Brown. Exactly. Yeah.
He hung
America and whatever.
You remember he hung the poster for their show?
Try it again. I didn't hear you.
That's Lake Wanapasaki or whatever it was, upside down, because he's blind.
Oh, that reminds me of.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Have you guys seen Young Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Hold on a minute now, sirs. Here comes Rivers, Rusty Rivers. All right.
Bullshit.
What the hell's going on up in here? All right, Rusty. Show us your feet.
Good morning.
What in the hell is going on up in this joint?
Hey, Rusty.
Hey, guys, what's happening?
Good to see you, man.
Rusty, I met Brandon today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we had some breakfast, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm having some breakfast too.
Likewise, Rivers. Cheers.
You bastard. There we go. All right. It's not as long as the poles he used to smoke, but it's fine. Hey, Rusty, you know what?
What?
Friend, you got a lot of love out here on the internet.
Yeah, I apparently
You are
so.
a beautiful man. We love you.
Yeah.
Stop it. Come on. Yeah.
Yep.
Apparently,
stop
obviously.
it, James. You're making me blush.
Hamster, you gotta follow that up with no homo.
Oh, hold on a second now. In
No
tribute
homo.
to our brother
Wait till
Frank,
Outlaws here.
in tribute to our brother Frank, he always said full homo.
That's right.
Okay, well, Rusty, I mean that's up to you, man.
Yo, Outlaw. Good to see you, man.
What's up, brother Doug? What's up, guys?
It must be 11 o'clock.
Oh my God.
Dude, I didn't go to bed this morning until 4 o'clock.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
Man,
Rusty, I got a bone to pick with you.
Man,
Sorry, Outlaw, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, man, that goddamn bacon, man, he keeps that stream going for hours and ooh.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Polska was streaming, had Father Saunders on, Bacon, Seriously Podcast, Rhino.
Did you guys get about 20 minutes of stream out of Polska, Bob, or was it the usual 7 minutes?
Well, I didn't see anybody fall out of any chairs. I just got up to go to the bathroom and just switched it on. I was like, oh, Polska's at it again.
No, Rusty, after you called me last night, I couldn't go back to sleep.
Oh, man, I'm sorry, brother. I didn't mean to wake you up like that.
Till about 5 o'clock this morning. That's all right, man. I'm used to getting into, the shut eye here and there when I can. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I just wasn't expecting to hear from you, man. I was excited. I was glad you called, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, is Douglas up in here?
I'm in here, Rusty. Yeah, man.
Hey, Doug, man.
Hey, you're awesome, Rusty. And I talked to Brandon today and Hamster, and you guys came through and helped me. I got that still, but I appreciate all of you guys. I really do.
Well, I'm glad you got to meet Brandon. He's a jolly fellow when you meet him in person.
Oh yeah, he really is. Yeah, it was cool. We went to Huddle House, and I was almost done before he got started. I was just sitting there devouring food.
Hey, Doug, did you say you went to Huddle House?
Yeah, we went to Huddle House.
Oh, they got some kick-ass breakfast at those places.
Yeah, I liked it. The bacon was the best part. Now I had biscuits and gravy. That's what I had.
Yeah, no, there was before I left South Carolina, the town I was living in at the time, there was a Huddle House, and I would rather go there, and there was a Cracker Barrel there too, and I'd rather go to Huddle House than Cracker Barrel to eat breakfast.
No, I've never been to Cracker Barrel.
Oh man, y'all missing out right there. That place is good.
Because I could eat breakfast, three times a day, 7 days a week, and twice on Sundays. Especially biscuits and gravy.
Oh, yes, sir.
How's your day, Rusty?
Well, so far it's good, man. I got up out of bed. I stayed up kind of late last night myself. Had some trouble sleeping and slept in this morning. Then I remembered that James was streaming, and here I am now.
Hey, Rusty, what were you doing last night?
I was streaming last night. I don't remember that.
Were you tinkering on something or looking for something?
Yeah. I had the cell phone on speakerphone, and I was under the hood of a vehicle, and I was removing the battery so I could replace one of the front headlight beams.
That's what I thought. It sounded to me like you were up under the hood of a car. That's what I thought while we were talking.
Yep.
Well, what's going on? Brandon's streaming. He just doesn't want everybody over there. Or...
No, I mean, I don't know anything like that.
Oh yeah.
He called this morning. He was like
That's
right
the way
next
that
door.
works.
Not coming over. I was like, sweet.
Heck yeah, man.
Hey James, when
right next door to an angel.
Hey, when you gonna get proficient on that thing to sing a Willie Nelson tune?
God damn it! So much expectation. Which Willie song would you like to sing there, sir?
Oh, I don't know. Which one do you know?
Whiskey River, Take My Mind.
Oh, you can't play that on piano.
I can find out though. I can do it. I can do
Whiskey River, take my mind.
Oh,
Come on. Hey, wasn't
on,
You Were Always on My Mind originally a Willie Nelson song?
Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. Is that one of his?
Yeah.
It was.
Yes, that's one of his. Yeah.
Hey, Rusty, did you hear me?
I don't know if Willie Nelson actually wrote "Always on My Mind." What got Willie Nelson started was in, I believe it was 1961. He wrote a song called "Crazy."
Crazy.
Yeah, and then Patsy Cline wound up recording it.
I'm crazy.
I'm crazy. Crazy for feeling so blue.
I'm crazy.
Hamster, you can do.
So lonely.
You gotta find somebody to do it with you. Which you can
Oh,
do
I'm
with
sorry.
Seven Spanish Angels piano cover.
Hey James, see if you could pull up On the Road Again. That's pretty straightforward on the piano.
On the Road Again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you want to sing some songs then? Okay.
Yeah, let's sing
Let me
one or
tune
two.
my guitar, and I will come back.
Okay. Something everybody knows.
Yeah.
On the Road Again.
All right. I'll be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
Crazy for lying.
Crazy for feeling so lonely. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what's all going on out there in TV land?
Oh man, I'm just waking up trying to recover from a long night of staying up on the internet. I'm having a bacon biscuit this morning. Clearing out my back porch. God damn, man. I swear they don't go to sleep over there on bacon.
Till after the sun comes up. That's what I'm getting at now.
I woke up. Phil and everybody else was streaming. I'm like, God damn, did y'all even go to sleep?
I don't know. I've seen some Jehovah's Witnesses, what I think is Jehovah's Witnesses, walking up and down the street, going door to door, and I'm hoping they cross the street over to my side and come up and knock on my door because I'm gonna fuck with them.
I don't ever see Jehovah's Witnesses anymore.
No, I don't either.
I'll see them out there every once in a blue moon on their bicycles, but
I'm gonna start screaming I'm an atheist and throwing empty beer cans at them, yelling like a crazy person.
Yeah, I've always heard that the best way to get rid of the Jehovah's Witnesses is when you first open your door and you discover they're there, is to reach your hands out to them and say, well, before we begin, let's pray out loud. And then they start running.
Oh, they don't want to pray out loud?
Right.
And if you know the Bible like you do, Rusty, or like I do, and I'm assuming outlaw, they're not going to really be able to trip you up on anything.
No.
I'm not saying I'm a master of it, of course not, but you know, I know it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you know, the real secret is once you start studying the Bible and, you know, then you start expanding and studying different Bibles, and then you get into actual translations. You know, you start learning some ancient Greek, some ancient Latin, some Aramaic, you know, and then you start going through all these different variations of Christianity and offshoots of the Bible and stuff like that. And, you know, you kind of figure out that, you know, each particular, you know, denomination, they have a truth. It's like they got this part absolutely right. And then you go to the next denomination and they got that part wrong, but then they got another part right. And I always wondered, you know, what would happen if we like combined them all together, just pulled out all of the right parts and created something new. Might unlock the secret of the universe. Who knows?
I think that's an awesome point. Yeah. That's what I started at work. There's a guy who we had a conversation the other morning, and I had a disagreement with him over a particular subject. And I especially when you get into religion a little bit, and I just said, hey, look, it's okay if we disagree. Let me ask you a question. Do you love Jesus? He said, yeah. I said, I do too. So we're on good ground. You know,
yeah, that's a really good example for the manosphere. You know, oh my God, you know, when you start breaking down the individual things, it's like we all scatter like roaches in the dark.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
But if we talk about those big unifying things, you know, we're all on board with it.
Yep. That's absolutely right. That's why it's similar. It's like, yeah, you got one point here or there that's a little bit different. You don't have to be enemies over it.
Amen to that, brother. Amen to that.
Some guys want to have a girlfriend, and if I say I don't want to have a girlfriend, we don't have to be enemies over it. I don't know.
We don't as members of this community, we don't have to agree on all the fine points and the fucking minutia of, you know, all of it. We don't have to do that, but that doesn't mean that we got to be dicks to each other if we can agree or we don't agree.
Yeah. You are not called to beat people over the head with the Bible. Just remember that. You are called to bear witness to what God has done in each and every one of your lives.
Yeah.
You are to be a witness of the glory of the Son of God.
That's awesome.
It's just like Doug said, you know, talking about a man that's, you know, married or, you know, is in a relationship, a long-term relationship or whatever. I mean, that's even if he's receptive to listen to what you have to say, because there's some guys, man, you start to give a little pushback on that, and they just don't want to hear it because they're not ready to hear it, and they may never be ready to hear it.
Yeah.
Right.
I got a few guys at work that kind of tease me when they find out that I'm single and I'm not marrying or cohabitating, and they'll tease me on the assembly line. We need to find you a girlfriend. We need to get you. And I'm like, guys, I'm good. I don't. Now, if you want to trip over yourselves over that girl, go ahead. But that's not for me.
Well, no, but again, why is it that men feel that they have to take it upon themselves to put other men, you know, in a relationship?
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point.
Because their programming, their indoctrination is, we got to have a woman, otherwise we look strange and out of place to the rest of society. It's herd mentality.
No, Outlaw. No, I absolutely knew the answer to the question. It was rhetorical.
Yeah.
But they find out, I just brought up a few points and said, well, you know, I have peace and tranquility. I'm not paying child support. And why would I want to disrupt that? You know, that's just my perspective.
It's a need for them to see someone else following the social programming to make them feel better. It's insecurities on their part, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I always say that when the Lord sees fit to bring punishment unto my life, that's when he will bring a woman into it.
Yeah, he's evil. Rusty, look, you guys hearing this kind of drug music in the background? I don't know where that's coming from.
I don't know what that is.
Is that MGTOW Outlaw?
No, it's not me.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
probably
me.
Ramadi. Keep playing it, man. Do it.
I'm not doing anything.
It's not me. I just muted myself to figure it out if it was me. It's not me.
Well, it's fine. It's good.
It's probably coming from my end. I can drop off and come back in if that would be okay.
I don't even own a musical instrument. Is it me? You want me to drop out and come back in?
No.
Oh, give me a home.
Oh, you're playing four non-blondes.
Where no traffic is heard.
What the fuck's going on?
Oh, Jesus.
That shit.
Four non-blondes. Fucking hate that band.
Hideous.
Brand down. Has he got anybody?
Bring it down. Because I'm a feminist. I want something. I can't have it now. So what the hell? Hey, Rusty, what song were we singing? On the road again.
Yeah. I'm a feminist. And I want what I want now. If I don't get what I want, I will scream, cry, and pout. Till I change the law.
On the road again. Just can't wait to shoot my load again.
Cause I love making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Going places that I've never been. Seeing things that I may never see again. And I can't wait to get on the road again. We go down the highway. We're the best friends. Instead of
insisting that the world keep turning
our way. Yeah, our way down. Goes on the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. Well, I find love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again.
And that kind of hit a little hard just now. You know,
on the road again.
You know, you think back to all those times you think back to all those times that Frank used to make music with us on Brandon's show.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Oh,
Beautiful. Thank you, Russ. That's good.
You know,
That's for Frank.
No applause necessary.
You know, that reminded me of Frank getting on stream and always playing music with us.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, I miss Frank. Yeah, I miss the guy. He was good.
Ain't kidding, brother. I think about him every day.
Like it.
He loves getting on there and playing music.
Somebody should have came in with a mean harmonica solo. Isn't there a harmonica part in
All right, it's 11:30. I'm going to wrap it up and go eat some food. All right,
okay. Take it easy, guys.
I love you all. Good to see you. All right, brother.
Bye-bye. Love you.